Come on now. Come on now.
Got it.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Welcome to Corn Coast Conversations. I am your host, the illest in Nebraska, HAKIM. I'm here to bring you all content from all angles of life as a father, recording artist, entrepreneur, and business owner. I'm here to spark conversations on various topics from politics, conspiracies, music, culture, and current events. So join me on this journey through the lens of my human experience from right here in the Corn Coast. I'm excited to have you all along for the marathon. Welcome back. It is a pleasure to have you all here today. Today is a very special episode, being that I am having my first guest on today. For episode 3, I will be having a close friend of mine. MARKEECE BRASSELL is a gun enthusiast. First and foremost, he has a heart of gold. I befriended him through offering services at Corn Coast Cuts at the barbershop, and we clicked instantly. I have a good way of telling if people within my cipher have a genuine authenticity about themselves, and MARKEECE had exactly that. And we clicked instantly, and here we are today. He shared his passions with me, and I instantly wanted to pour into him. And help nurture the entrepreneurship that he was pursuing and wanted to pursue. So I wanted to do everything I could to help and assist him on that path. So without further ado, let's get into episode 3 with MARKEECE BRASSELL.
Crazy good.
All right. You ready?
Juice and J's hitting different, huh?
Juice and J's hitting different. All right. Let's get right into it. MARKEECE, give us a proper introduction of who you are, what you're about, where you're from. Let the viewers know just a little bit about yourself today.
My name is MARKEECE BRASSELL, from Lincoln, Nebraska. I was raised in Texas for a portion of my life, but I moved back here in 2015, went back to Texas in 2016, came back here in 2017, and I've stayed since. I'm into firearms. I'm a gun enthusiast. I'm the guy that you call when you want to buy a gun or you want to know something about a firearm.
Got you. What was Texas like for you?
Texas was amazing. It's a big state. I like living in Lincoln here because it's a smaller town.
Yeah.
Cheap. Don't need a lot of gas when driving around. So
Facts.
Makes life easy living in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Cool. I'm going to have you now share a personal experience, a fun fact, something about firearms or a little bit about your background, whether it's a close call that had something to do with the world of firearms that you're in. Yeah, a fun story. Just let's break the ice and let's give the viewers something that is just pretty interesting about yourself or your story.
What got me into firearms is really video games and movies. I've always loved my country, so old war movies, the Pacific, Band of Brothers.
Got you.
That's what generally got me into firearms, watching those gun movies. I just like how they work. I like machines. I like how they function, and I gravitated towards that.
Okay.
What was the next question?
Nah, you good. So that'll kind of automatically lead into what we're getting ready to talk about. So if you could share a little bit about your upbringing, and you mentioned movies and games, but if there's anything else that influenced your taking to firearms.
Kind of funny. My grandma, when I lived with my grandmother, during my childhood, she didn't like guns, so we couldn't have guns in the house. We couldn't have water guns, Nerf guns, anything like that.
No finger hand gestures.
No finger hand gestures. None of that. She didn't play that. Grandma didn't play that. So it's really just movies, man. I had a best friend whose dad was in the Air Force, and he had an AR-15, and he showed us one day. I was about 10, 11, or 12 years old, and I just liked the way it looked. It reminded me of the movies and games I used to play.
Yeah.
So I finally got to touch it. It was like I was touching gold, and it activated that bug in my body.
Okay. So I guess that'll also tie into my next question, but I want to see if there's anything else that sparked an influence. So my question is, were there any key moments in your childhood that sparked your passion for guns, other than when you first seen that AR-15 from your, remind me again?
Best friend's dad.
Best friend's dad in the Navy?
He was in Air Force.
Air Force, yeah. So was there any other key moments that was like, just like, you know, took your cap off, the light bulb above your head, or was it just
I would say it was that
moment?
moment because I couldn't really bring guns home.
Got you.
My buddies, my friends had BB guns and whatnot, so I'll play with their BB guns. But when it was time to go back home, I couldn't bring guns home. I did end up getting I won't tell y'all how I got the BB gun, but I ended up getting a lever action BB pellet gun, and I brought it home one day. And my grandma found it, and I still, to this day, I don't know what she did with it, but it was gone within 2 days.
That's quite hilarious because my dad he wasn't no military background, but he was very militant in his approach on how he raised us. So he was the same way when it came to guns and everything like that. And he was more so with the approach of self-defense through martial arts and boxing. And I did the same. I got a BB gun. I bought one, and I remember also like seeing one for the first time. I think my brother had it. Having two older brothers, having that kind of older brother influence. And I liked that, so I ended up buying my own. And I guess I wouldn't say I was a mischievous kid, but I was a curious one that led to mischievous activities. And I just remember one time just being with my friends and stuff like that, and we were just on some dumb shit, bro. We was trying to shoot cars, bro, driving by with a BB gun, bro. Just obviously thought that was just funny and shit like that.
Seeing the car slam on their brakes.
Yeah, but funny enough, bro, like I was shooting it, pop, 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 bro, and like I'm like, bro, is it hitting the cars? Like, because none of the cars seemed to like have a reaction, bro. Come to find out, like I was missing every car that was driving by, and I was hitting a house behind it, bro. It was late at night, and this old dude, this older gentleman, he came from around. It was late at night. He was like in his robe or something. And he was looking at his house as if a bird was like pecking at his house or something like. And that's when I realized, I was like, yo, we not even hitting the cars. Like we just hitting.
We lighting this man's house up.
Yeah, we lighting this man's house up. And he was on the phone. We was like, oh shit, like he calling the police for show. And the police ended up coming, bro. Well, we didn't think nothing of it. So we was just out there. We potted a couple more times after he seen that. And then like the cops put up quick, bro, and they pulled up in the neighborhood and shit, and we like dipped, bro, hopped in the car, like drove, and two of my guys like they didn't get a chance to hop in, so they got
you gotta slow feet.
Yeah, bro, because I was waiting. I was like, bro, y'all gotta hop in, like we gotta hop in. I was one of the homies that had a whip. None of my homies had the whip. I think I was one of like the first one in my group to have a whip, and yeah, interesting night. So yeah, that's kind of like my little story of, but that wasn't I wouldn't even call myself a gun enthusiast, but that was one of my earlier memories of messing with a firearm, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, BB guns. I mean, that's where it starts. As a kid, dealing with BB guns, dealing with squirt guns. Video games, movies, It just leads to wanting to have a real firearm, especially if you live here in America, where firearms is like a part of life.
Right,
so,
right,
sure.
right. All right, so let's take it back a little bit because we didn't really get to touch on. You mentioned a few movies that sparked your interest, but let's dabble a little bit in the games that really sparked your interest.
So I've never been into sports. I've never watched sports. I don't play sports. If you know me, you know I don't do the sport thing. I ain't got nothing against it.
Yeah.
It's just something I never did. So it was just video games, playing games like GTA or Hitman games or any game where I have to use a gun, especially like the old Call of Duty games, Black Ops or whatever. Any game where I can have a firearm, I'm playing it. If it's any game like FIFA, I don't even want to watch you guys play it. I'll go outside and find something to do.
Okay. What show? Do you have a favorite? Number one game? Call of Duty? Is it?
I'll probably say Call of Duty because of storylines. I've always been
All
the
right.
storyline type
Yeah,
of guy. Some
yeah.
people love the multiplayer and the
Yeah.
online. The storylines are what gets me because
Yeah.
the different guns you get to use, the customizations they have on the guns during
Yeah.
the story mode, it kind of leads into your multiplayer because you know what gun you want to use
Gotcha.
if you played the story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I've always been a story gun crazy guy, I guess. I don't know
Yeah.
what to call it.
Do you remember your first video game that you played that was like heavy gun incorporated?
I'm going to say GTA.
GTA.
Call of Duty.
It's crazy. I've never played GTA a day in my life.
You've never played
I
GTA?
played Saints Row.
Saints
I
Row.
grew up on
I
Saints
remember
Row.
Saints Row.
I grew up on Saints Row, which obviously I know it's not the same.
No, I played Saints Row too.
Yeah,
I played all of them.
drop that down in the comments. I know it's gonna sound crazy. I never played GTA before, but with this new GTA coming out, what is it, 6? Six. I will definitely be trying that out. But yeah, I played Saints Row like the first and second one, and
That's crazy. Saints Row. I can't believe you just brought that up.
yeah, Saints Row.
brings back
Yeah,
memories when we
Saints,
was a kid
the
for
Los Cardinales and like the
Yeah.
red gang and
The-
the purple,
the purple
yeah,
and
the
the
yellow,
colors
the yellow. Yeah. So yeah, that was my first experience, and playing that like. I wasn't too like it sounds shocking when I
There's
tell
not
people
even games like Saints Row no more, bro.
nah, bro. And it's shocking when I tell people I never played GTA, but I can say it in the sense of like I know I didn't miss out on much because I played Saints Row and I know they're heavily
Just
similar.
just the same.
Yeah, probably just exactly so.
If you're like me, they both have guns, so you
Right.
you can use guns
Exactly,
in both games,
bro.
so they both the same.
Bet. Okay. So now let's bring it back. So when is the first time you finally got the chance to handle a gun, and if this was a different experience as well as shoot a gun?
So the first time I was able to hold a gun and handle a gun when I was 12, when I was with my best friend's stepdad. That was in the Air Force when he showed us his AR-15. So that was the first time I was able to like actually touch a rifle and hold
you
a
picked
gun.
it up and
picked
you-
it up,
all right.
looked at it. He charged the handle for us, and I was just
Okay.
like in awe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The very first time I was able to shoot a gun, oh man. I've always had a firearm. Like I've always had a gun. Maybe I wasn't able to shoot it, but the
Yeah.
first time I was able to shoot a gun, I would say, yeah, man. Legally, I was at the gun range. First time I ever shooting a rifle, I went to Big Shot's gun range on Westo.
Okay.
And you can rent out rifles. So I rented out a rifle for the first time. And this is true. I've never shot an AR-15 before until I got to Big Shots. I've shot handguns and whatnot, but I've never shot a AR style rifle.
Okay.
So they had like a 1:6 LPVO scope on it and whatnot.
Yeah. What magnification is that?
From 1 magnification to 6 magnification.
Ah, okay.
So you can
All
adjust it from.
See, I only know that from the games.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because LPVOs weren't really a thing. That's crazy.
My favorite magnification on the games is a 2.5 or 3 magnification for like my mid-long range.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
magnification's
it's elite, bro.
It is.
Okay, hold on real quick. What so on Call of Duty, you remember the Farah?
Farah.
That if you don't remember, that was like my go-to on like I
was a
can't
gun.
even remember. Yeah, it was a gun. That was like my shit. That I like the
kind of like a MP5 sort of like
that
a CZ Scorpion.
Nah. That was it was an AR.
It was
AR.
No.
That one was AR. As far as like SMG, Mac 10 all day. I was the FAR and SMG all day. Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, Mac 10. But yeah. So did you have any mentors or influencers or influences in the firearm community when you started getting into it? Like,
yes, I would shout out Andy Grubb down at DE Gun. Shout out to Andy Grubb.
Okay.
He's a big mentor. He takes me out. We do a few tactical training, shooting around cars, how to swim through your sling and whatnot on your rifle. Big shout out to Andy Grubb down at DE Guns.
Cool.
He takes his time to come out there. He is the GM. He takes his time to come out there and teach me a few things while I'm out there shooting. So yeah, big shout out.
Okay. So let's get back into kind of like your personal life outside of guns. So aside from firearms, what other hobbies do you have, and how do they intersect with the passion for guns?
Machines. So I used to have an obsession with cars.
Okay.
I liked old cars. I had a 63 Biscayne. It looked like a 6.4 Impala. It was gold. It had 14.5 Daytons on it. They were gold as well. With the white wall wheels. So it was cars. I had 66 Impalas. I had a few lowriders.
Yeah.
So things like
right. That's
yeah.
right.
So it's the vehicles. I like how
Gotcha.
machines work. I like how things work, and it kind of gravitates towards firearms too. a gun is a machine. I like the
Right.
way it works. I like how you pull the trigger,
Mm-hmm.
the firing pin hits the primer,
Right.
that ignites the fucking gunpowder that pushes the bullet out.
Right.
It's just crazy how that works.
Got you.
So that's kind of how that stuff entwined together.
I think that's I think it's a beautiful thing to understand when you're having conversations with people. I think one of the most important things is to understand where they're coming from in life. And the best way to put it is that their frame of reference. And you'll realize a lot of people frame of references of how they grew up and everything of that nature dictates how they view things in life. So by you telling me that, I got a better understanding that your approach, and I could be wrong, but your approach when it comes to thinking is a very mechanical one.
You could say that, yeah.
Because you like the way things work mechanically. Mm-hmm. So I would only assume that when it comes down to your thinking processes of thinking about situations, planning, anything of that nature, I would like to think that you probably take a very mechanical approach towards those things. So
if you put something there, how is that going to work? And yeah, for sure. If this person standing here, how are we going to get around that? Mm-hmm. So yeah, you could definitely say that for sure.
Yeah, so that's dope.
Is that a crazy way of thinking?
No, it's not. Nothing's crazy. Everything is just different. Yeah, nothing's crazy. It's just different. It's only crazy because you don't understand it.
That's a fact.
But I can understand it, or at least you try to understand it. Because my approach would be, my approach is, but see, this is where it gets interesting, because some people that have a background of many different things on a spectrum, it kind of culminates towards a different frame of reference. So I have a very mechanical approach as well. I'm still into this day. I'm a tinkerer, bro. Like when I was young, I used to take apart toys and stuff like that, and I would remake them and build them myself. Like I would take apart a remote control car, and I first kind of learned when I could connect the little light bulbs in toys, and you can connect it to both ends of the batteries. For sure. Same with those little motors inside. I get propellers and shit like that, and I made like a little. I made a boat out of a juice carton, out of a remote control car.
Nice.
So like, but also I have a very artistic approach with things as well. So like, you realize some people are not as simple as. God damn. Oh, I didn't see you guys there. This commercial is brought to you by Honest and Sweet, one of the most authentic at-home bakeries there is out there. They hyper-focus on your health through clean ingredients. In fact, these treats are organic, plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, paleo, vegan, and most importantly, refined sugar-free, so you can treat yourself without guilt and a sugar crash. As a plant-based eater like myself, I can finally indulge in pastries and treats that will not cost me my health, and you all deserve that luxury as well. So go visit honestandsweet.com and place your order today. Oh, one last thing. If you use the discount code CCConvo10, you get 10% off. That one's on me. Big plant base. Now let's get back to the episode. Just mechanical, or just like it. A lot of people don't understand each other because they don't understand where they're coming from, their frame of reference. But once you understand somebody's frame of reference, you can understand, okay, I see how you approach the situation. I approached it like this. Now we can kind of come together and have a better conversation, whether it's something that we're not seeing eye to eye on. Yeah, that's kind of how you kind of mediate things. Yeah. It's like, okay, I understand how you're coming from. I didn't think about it in that nature. I would think that way too if I came from a background. Like, the best way to put it is, if you grew up and came from my background, would you be like me? You would. And if I grew up exactly how you would I be any different from MARKEECE? No, I wouldn't. Yeah. So a lot of people got to understand that everybody came from very unique background, circumstances. Yeah, one decision
I've met many people in life, man, and nobody's the same. At all these people in the world, it's crazy how nobody is the same. There's so many different personalities out in the world. It's just insane.
Yeah. So yeah, that's dope to hear your background on the mechanical shit, starting from cars and then
starting with cars, man. I've always had cars, but I've always had guns. I just like machines. I like how they work.
Got you. Cool. So let's get back on guns. Are there any specific firearms or shooting disciplines you are particularly interested in or would like to specialize in? So obviously some people like, I want to be a sharpshooter. Like I want to have the quickest draw with a handgun. Are you just a precisionist? Like you just...
I would say I'm an all around.
Got you.
I work on all those things. I want to work on my draw. I want to work on my sharp shooting. I want to work on my precision shots. I want to work on my long distance shots. I want to be sharp all around the circle. You know what I mean? Favorite rifle? That's what you asked me, right?
Let's talk about some of your favorite guns.
I would say a AR style rifle.
AR style.
And any Glock pistol. You might comment if you like Glocks. Go in the comment and let me know if you like Glocks.
Viewers, let us know what's in your guys' artillery or arsenal. Let us know what kind of guns that we might not know about, especially me. He might know about it, but let us know what you guys are shooting nowadays, what you guys are keeping on your personnel or on your vessel for protection. What do you have in your home to protect you and your family or yourself? Yeah, let us know what you guys are rocking with down below. And so
and let me know why you guys don't like Glocks. But no, I would definitely go with the Glock 17, Glock 19 for a pistol. Any AR style rifle. If I have to choose a brand, I'll probably say Daniel Defense or something.
Got you.
For sure.
Got you. Okay.
Shout out to Daniel Defense. Go in the comments and let me know if you know about Daniel Defense. If you know about Daniel Defense, you can become my friend.
Cool. All right. So now it's time for a little fun segment. This segment is going to be about apocalyptic scenarios. So in the sense of whether it's zombie, a virus on some World War Z shit, or I Am Legend.
I Am Legend was a good movie.
And this is also going to be slightly, this will tie into a little bit of prepping on some doomsday prepping shit or shit like that. Okay, so zombie apocalypse scenario. Shit hits the fan. You have a few seconds to bug out, or you have to leave your crib in a very quick manner. What are the first 5 things you're grabbing on your way out?
I have a gun belt, so I throw my gun belt on with my pistol and my mags already ready to go.
Okay.
Snap that right on.
Yeah.
I grab my rifle, 14.5 inch barrel rifle, Daniel Defense. Why I'd go with a 14.5? Because I can get larger, I can get further range with that.
Okay.
Longer barrel, better muzzle velocity, so I can reach out to 800-900 yards.
Gotcha.
So I'll rock out with that 5.56 Danny Boy, and I'll take my Glock 19X 9mm pistol.
Okay.
And my bug out bag, I'll have it depends if it's a 72 hour, if it's a month.
Okay.
Let's hope it's only 48 hours. Right. I have 2 water bottles, a few snacks, a few mags, some sort of wiring, some pocket knife. Well, I keep a knife on me. Flashlight batteries. Things of that nature.
Cool.
That's what I'll bug out with.
And for those that don't know, your bug out bag, and if there's anybody in the Corn Coast that would have a great insight on
medical kit,
on prepping, comment below. I would love to have you on the show, and we can thoroughly give to our viewers insight on the importance of prepping and having a bug out bag. But yeah, so yeah, a solid.
I would say a bug out bag is something like a what's the word? A better medical kit than your normal medical kit. You have things that can last you if the power goes out.
Yep.
I can't say the fucking
apocalyptic.
If the fucking shit hits the fan,
right?
Such as what he said, zombies and whatnot.
Right.
Zombies and whatnot. It could be like the power grid going down.
Yeah.
Such as, and it's happened before. I think that happened
recently.
in the 90s, 99 or something like that.
Well, not the power grid, but we had our power go out.
A blackout or something like that. But yeah, you can definitely have a power grid. Imagine the power grid goes out for 2-3 days. Yeah. You're going to need a bug out bag. Eventually, you're going to want a bug out bag. Yeah. You're going to want something you can dig into if needed, if you don't have any resources around you, like lights or water or medical kits, anything like that.
Okay. And now let's touch on the scenarios. What are you, as far as a doomsday apocalyptic scenario, what?
Apocalyptic.
Yeah, that shit is it. I had to practice that. What scenario based off of movies that you've seen frightens you the most, and which one do you think that you could like, I feel like as men, we all kind of have this like thing in the back of our mind where we kind of like, not necessarily hope some shit like that happen, but like we all would like to play out the games that we play. Essentially, like some zombie shit. Like we would love to crash out on zombies.
Kind of like when a basketball player, he goes out and he trains every day. He trains every day. With me, I go out, I train every day. I train every day. So I would love to test my skills.
Exactly. But it's not like you're hoping and praying that you have to kill somebody or that the world goes to shit. And
we don't carry guns in order looking to hurt somebody or
not at all.
Kill somebody. The last thing I would ever want to do is kill somebody. So for sure.
Most definitely. So yeah. Let's throw out a few movies.
But if I had to, you'd be dead.
All right, let's throw out a few movies. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I know for a fact, bro, if we get in them I Am Legend zombies,
it's crazy.
I'm toast.
It's crazy.
I'm toast on
The
them.
Walking Dead, I would prefer those type of zombies because they
Most
move
definitely.
slow.
Most
and
definitely.
They like that you can just smash their heads. But honestly, Zombi Apocalypse. If a zombie fucking chaos happened, dude, that'd just be scary. Honestly, I wouldn't want to see that. I'm more afraid of something like a civil war. People with bug out kits just like you and I have, wanting to go toe to toe. So that's something I wouldn't want to happen, but it could definitely happen.
Most definitely.
Don't be surprised. Don't ever feel too safe. It can definitely happen. It's happened in other countries all around the world. It can happen right here in the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, it does.
Let's tell the viewers what being a gun enthusiast means to you. Why do you take pride in that?
So I never looked at myself like a gun enthusiast. I always looked at myself like somebody who just likes to shoot guns and loves guns. But obviously I am. It means the most to me because it's my passion. And I'm able to teach others how to use and train the proper way with a firearm. So that shit's awesome, man. Having people call you like, hey, I've had people call me, man, and I ain't gonna say no names, but they're like, hey, I cleared my gun and I pulled the trigger and it just went off in my house. So I'm like, oh, this is what you did wrong. You know, thank God nobody died.
Right.
So yeah, me teaching people how to use firearms the proper way is what's most to me, man. Like that's awesome.
Got you. So how do you view your relationship between firearms and personal freedom?
I would say that's one. Personal freedom and owning firearms that's freedom. Once they take our freedom from us, meaning guns, we're not free no more. Therefore, the government can do whatever they want to us. That kind of goes in what they're trying to do right now with the magazine bans and the assault weapons bans, what Kamala Harris is pushing. They want to take the Second Amendment away. They don't want us to have firearms. And that only hurts you and I, the people who wake up every day and go to work. Criminals, they don't care about firearms. Them kids in Chicago's, they have switches on their Glocks, and they're running around with automatic weapons. So it only hurts us. Criminals are going to have guns. They take guns from the people. We're the only ones screwed.
Right.
I just don't see what people get about that.
So that'll tie in perfectly because I wanted to talk a little bit about politics next. So you mentioned the assault weapons ban. And particularly, I know Kamala is...
I want to ban. I want to take your rifle.
Yeah, so she's heavily advocating for that. So the anti-gun ban and the Second Amendment. Let's talk about the assault weapon ban. And then also the magazine capacity ban.
So all that is just infringements on our rights. If, like I said, man, if they take guns from you and I, the people who wake up every day and we do the right thing... that law affects only us. It doesn't affect anybody else. The criminals are going to have their guns. They don't care. They're criminals. They don't give a fuck about the law. Right. So once they take our freedom, how are we going to be safe? Depending on the government is not the way to go. Something happens. That's what happened in Israel and Palestine. A magazine ban. So you want to take my magazines from me when if a criminal's at your door with an AK-47 and a 30-round magazine capacity, and you have a 6-shot revolver because there's a magazine ban, who's going to fucking win? Right. I hope you're a good shot. I hope you're me.
Right. Right. And this is nothing against martial arts because martial arts are incredibly important in close encounters and still learning how to protect yourself, but there's just some things that guns is not going to protect you from. And it's one of those situations where, unfortunately, in the situations, you're going to have to fight fire with fire.
You have to fight fire with fire. And that's honestly, that's just life.
Yeah.
You know, I've always liked martial arts, and
I did martial arts. I did boxing and judo.
Yeah, so I want to get into something like that. It'd be cool to learn because you drop your gun's out of bullets. You're gonna have to use your hands and feet. So it'd be nice to be able to.
You good?
It'd be nice to be able to use your hands and feet and know how to defend yourself with your hands. Like that's defense. Like that's personal defense.
Defense in all aspects.
That's personal defense.
All right, so you gave an example of the Israel-Palestine examples of why it's important to carry a firearm, but we wanted to show you all another example that actually happened extremely close to home. So in Omaha, Nebraska, a similar situation in which we explained in the sense of why it's important to be a owner of a firearm and how it can protect your assets as a business owner, protect you as a person, and also protect your family. So this video that we're going to show you is an incident that happened in Omaha, Nebraska. A thief, a burglar, tried to break into a jewelry store, and luckily the store owner was a firearm and handgun owner, and he was able to scare off the perpetrator, if you will, and it ended well for both parties because the burglar, or the person that was trying to commit the crime, he easily could have gotten his life taken. But it was a perfect example of how you can use a firearm without applying lethal force or deadly force, and situations can pan out very well for you and for the other party.
Camera break-in at an Omaha jewelry store Saturday night. The owner stopped a potentially dangerous and expensive outcome.
I heard a really loud, distinctive crash. Like nothing else sounds quite like a broken window.
And never anyone after hours.
Nobody's welcome in the store at midnight.
Petticord, who owns the shop, was working late in the back room Saturday. Immersed in his craft, setting a diamond for a custom order.
When we're busy during the day, I have to do all of this at night.
When a man in all black threw this rock through his window.
So I spun around in my chair, looked at the cameras, and I saw kind of a shadowy figure crawling through the window.
The suspect went straight to the store's diamond display case.
This is our show-off case with the really nice stuff in it.
And then comes out Petticord with his firearm, which he always keeps on his hip.
A handful of Omaha jewelry store owners have been killed at their stores, so I didn't want to be another one of the people added to the list.
Overall, he stayed composed. That's something he learned after 10 years active duty in Air Force intelligence and teaching courses to other Nebraskans on how to stay calm.
There's a whole lesson on that in the curriculum for concealed carry.
Hands raised, the man leaves the same way he came.
The outcome was the best possible thing you could hope for, which is no one got hurt.
Petticord says he didn't feel it was necessary to shoot the suspect.
I'm not the trigger-happy type that looks for an opportunity. I hope to never have to discharge my firearm in defense.
If that is your intentions. Again, our intentions as gun owners and handgun owners, firearm owners, we don't want to kill nobody.
No, that's not the point. That's not the goal. That's not
Not
why
at all.
we carry. We carry to defend ourselves and the people around us. Not if you're
And our
carrying
property.
a gun to like, man, I'm gonna shoot somebody, then you don't need to be carrying a gun. If
At
you're
all.
carrying a gun and you get in an altercation and the first thing you think about is grabbing your firearm, you don't need a gun. We don't carry guns to kill people, dude. We carry guns to defend ourselves. Now, if somebody dies while defending ourselves, that's because we were defending ourselves. So
That's correct.
there's that.
So to touch on that,
I give I cahoots to that guy, man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
I take my hat off to him. He
Yeah.
could have easily killed that guy.
Most
that guy
people
broke
would have
into
pulled the
his
trigger.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
people just
just
not.
because they have the power in their hands doesn't mean you should act on it. Along with firearm training, one of the first things that you should be training is your mentality and your communication skills and the way you can de-escalate a situation by having a conversation with another individual. Obviously, every situation is not going to God damn. Oh, I didn't see you guys there. This commercial is brought to you by Honest and Sweet, one of the most authentic at-home bakeries there is out there. They hyper focus on your health through clean ingredients. In fact, these treats are organic, plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, paleo, vegan, and most importantly, refined sugar-free, so you can treat yourself without guilt and a sugar crash. As a plant-based eater like myself, I can finally indulge in pastries and treats that will not cost me my health, and you all deserve that luxury as well. So go visit honestandsweet.com and place your order today. Oh, one last thing. If you use the discount code CCConvo10, you get 10% off. That one's on me. Big plant-based. Now let's get back to the episode. Occur where you can have a conversation with somebody getting ready to break into your home or your business. But in most situations where altercations happen and firearms are used, it's because both parties lacked communication and didn't have the proper communication skills to resolve a disagreement between each other. So, yeah, it's not firearm first in most cases. It's how can we come to an agreement? Yeah.
Then it's maybe a knife. Your firearm is the last thing you should be trying to grab, because then it's there's no turning back.
Not
you
at
know
all.
what I mean? So if you can fight this out, if you can talk this out, find a different alternative like as soon as possible before pulling your gun. Because I'm telling you, once you pull your gun, there's no turning back. There's no turning back from what happens. Once that gun's pulled and it's drawn, as you young kids would say, it's up from there.
It's up. You cannot pull that. You cannot put that bullet back in the chamber.
No, you can't. And
Once
you're
it is
responsible
released,
for every round. Just because your aim sucks doesn't mean that kid, you shouldn't go to jail for that person or that whoever was hit because your aim wasn't on point. You're responsible for every round that comes out your gun.
Precisely. So let's touch on community engagement. How do you connect with other gun enthusiasts, and are there any clubs, online communities that you're a part of, or is just kind of people that you just became acquainted to, whether it's obviously work colleagues? Or,
I would say mainly working down at the DE Gun store.
Right.
Come down to DE Guns. Comment below if you've been out to DE Guns. Comment below if you have not. And yeah, come out and I'll be able to get you guys right. But yeah, I'll say down at DE Guns, I meet all sorts of people. Sometimes I kind of, refrain myself from.
Right.
Some people, it's an experience.
Yeah.
I've got many numbers out there. I haven't reached out to a lot of people, but it's pretty good though. I meet all sorts of people. I meet law enforcement. I meet marshals. I meet FBI agents. I meet detectives. I learned so many things from the forensic side of firearms. I'll give you guys a gem. The most fingerprints they get off a firearm is your magazine. A person will clean their gun, spick and span, but they'll still pick up that magazine and pop it right back in their gun with their fingerprints. So I guess make sure you clean your magazines.
Right.
Wipe it down.
Right. Shout out Boosie.
But yeah, for sure. Working down at DE Guns, man, I've met so many different people, man, that ties me in with the gun world, gun community, for sure.
How would you say how important it is to have that role as far as having a community of like-minded people that understand the importance of being gun owners and having that right?
I would say it's a two-way thing. It's a Second Amendment thing. It's a two-way community. We all feel like we should all have our firearm to defend ourselves and the people around us. That's what it's all about. That's why it was written in the Constitution. That's why the First and Second Amendment was wrote in our Constitution, is for a radical government such as we have, if they're infringing on our rights, which they are doing. That's why we have the Second Amendment. To right. The right to bear arms, for sure.
Got you. So let's talk about personal and professional goals. So what are your goals for the future with the firearms and the community? So not necessarily about any entrepreneurship things that you're doing just yet, but any things that you plan to be doing or that you would like to do that would involve the community?
I'm working on getting my firearm instructor license. I want to be able to teach people and get paid for it how to use firearms. It wouldn't be a lot. It's just I would need that license in order to really push that. But yeah, for sure, I want to work on getting my firearms instructor license. I want to be able to teach people how to conceal carry. I want to teach people how to go out and shoot at a firearm, at a open range, how to draw their firearm, finger discipline, flagging, all those good things. I want to be able to show people how to responsibly use a gun. You can be hood, you can be whatever, but I just want to show you how to do it the right way.
Exactly. That's beautiful. How do you think the impact of technology and trends will affect the world of guns, and how do you see AI growing and taking over possibly the industry of firearms, with AI just growing by the second, new advances coming out with AI on the scene, and just the technology of guns? Or have you seen anything as far as even down to attachments, if you will, that you can put on your firearms? Have they
I've
started
seen
rolling
some
out
weird
anything?
things at SHOT Show where they're having on the back of your gun,
Okay.
on the back plate, it's like it's a round counter.
Okay.
So if you have 21 shots, it shows you have 21
Gotcha.
each shot you take.
Some Halo shit.
Some Halo shit.
Some Halo
I
shit.
find it weird, but hey,
Yeah.
we're living in the year 2024.
Yeah.
And the hip hop with firearms is just ruining the community. There's nobody preaching the proper way and safely how to
Right.
use firearms. So that's why people are dying, honestly.
Got you. So is there any technology? So is there any technology or trends currently happening that you would say are monumental in the industry of, guns and stuff, or it's not being impacted too heavily just
It's
yet?
not being impacted too heavily, no. Not
Okay,
yet.
so in your opinion,
In my opinion, yes.
do you think it will? Can you see a future where AI and technology is heavily incorporated into firearms on some futuristic game shit?
I mean, look at the vehicles. It twines back in with machines.
Yep.
Well, AI's in machines now, so I could see it being with firearms.
Yep.
I'm not sure how they're going to do it or what they're going to do, but
Yeah,
I can definitely see it for sure. Yeah, for sure.
got you.
It's not happened yet, but I can definitely see it happening for sure.
Definitely, bro. It's inevitable, bro.
Yeah,
it's
for
inevitable.
Sure. It's in every machine, so why wouldn't it be in firearms?
Exactly, bro. So let's talk about fulfillment, life path, and then let's dive into entrepreneurship. So, what does fulfillment look like for you in your life, and as well as your hobbies? What do you find fulfillment in? What fulfills you?
Man. Honestly, just life, bro. Life is what fulfills me. Being able to go out and do what I want to do.
Right.
Doing what makes me happy every day. That's is what truly fulfills me, honestly.
Okay.
It's nothing specific. It's just being able to wake up and live life every day, dude.
Right.
That's fulfilling, honestly.
Right. And how would you say your role in firearms, or the role in firearms, has played in your life, contributing to your fulfillment?
It's played a big part, honestly. It's opened doors. Something I've never imagined, honestly. I would have, as a kid, that 10-year-old kid, I didn't see myself now where I'm at with firearms.
Gotcha.
I got all sorts of guns and all sorts of suppressors that it's definitely made a really big impact on my life, especially working down at DE Guns, working down at DE Guns. It's just the personal connections, the people you get to meet, the knowledge you get to learn. It's played a big role in my life, honestly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it
And
really
that's
has.
and I can honestly say that is one of the biggest reasons I wanted to have you on. Excuse me. It's one of the biggest reasons I wanted to have you on Corn Coast Conversations, is because, like myself, having a fire burning passion towards things that I love and understanding how it plays a role in my life, but not only the role that I know that it can play in others' lives. I wanted to bring you on today to share that same passion and hopefully spread a ember in a viewer today, so they can ignite a fire within them that'll help them, give them a sense of purpose. Because me understanding and knowing when I found my sense of purpose, it aligned everything else up for me, and ultimately it changed my trajectory in life, and it put me on the path that I know that was meant for me to walk on. So I definitely want to thank you for coming on today, and I appreciate you for pursuing your passion and making something out of it, because a lot of people have passions, and this is nothing against them, and some people are completely okay with it. There's nothing wrong, but it's not only one thing to have a passion, but it's another thing to have a passion and want to share that love and fire that you have for that passion, and not only share what it looks like, but also to teach and to educate a community or just somebody on
how to use a firearm
how to use a firearm the proper way.
I've taken plenty of people out, man, to go shoot, and I've seen some of the craziest things, dude. I've seen a guy hold a gun like this, you know, like his fingers were in front of the barrel.
Oof.
So, like, I've seen it all. Like, I've seen it all. So me being able, little old me being able to go out there and, like, show someone something that can, like, change their life and save their life is just it's just amazing, man, because here in America you can get a firearm anywhere. Yeah. And all it takes is just the wrong thing, and someone's life could be at risk for sure. So me going out there and teaching my community how to use firearms correctly, safely, the proper way, flagging, finger discipline, all that good stuff is each one teach one, man. That's what it's all about.
Most definitely. What life lessons have you learned through your experiences as a gun enthusiast? Any important life lessons that really stick with you?
Discipline, man. Discipline and patience. Because with this firearm stuff, everything with the ATF is gay. Go in the comments and let me know if the ATF is gay. Dealing with the ATF and all that good stuff, man, all that bad stuff, it taught me patience. I've never had patience, but when dealing with firearms, you kind of don't have a choice when you're waiting for the government to approve something for you, and that can go from 11 to 12 to 13 months, you know what I mean? So it taught me patience, it taught me discipline. Patience and discipline, man. That's a big one, honestly.
It's cool that you mentioned the ATF in the sense of
ATF is gay,
and we'll touch on this in a little bit. Just about how they, I wouldn't necessarily gatekeep, but how they ensure that the process is incredibly hard, so you don't make it through the process in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve. So,
and I understand where they're coming from. Not anymore. Yeah. But they want to keep citizens safe due to the mass shootings, due to the violence. But again, those rules that they put in effect only hurt law-abiding citizens. I repeat, law-abiding citizens. Criminals don't care about the law. So it's just a mess, honestly. It really is.
Cool.
It's a mess.
Cool. So that'll tie back into entrepreneurship. So what does being an entrepreneur mean to you? Are you currently one, and how do you plan to be one if not?
So I've been hanging around an entrepreneur such as HAKIM himself, and we put something together called GUNZ and BUDDA. It's a YouTube channel. It's on the way. So I wouldn't really consider myself an entrepreneur, but I'm definitely working on it. It's a real statement when you surround yourself around people who are entrepreneurs, and you will turn into one yourself. So I could say me on my way becoming an entrepreneur, it's the work. I got to do everything on my own.
Got you. So how long can you say you've been taking a crack at being an entrepreneur?
I would say 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
2 weeks. Now,
for sure.
Why do you want to be an entrepreneur?
I feel like it'd be a good thing to be able to make my own money, make my own revenue, not having to work every day.
Right.
I think that's the biggest flex ever.
Setting your own pace.
Setting your own pace, making your own hours.
Freedom.
You know what I mean? Like that's just amazing. Like, and that's what American Dream's all about.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. That's why we have all these immigrants coming in our country, because they want some of that freedom. They want to be able to start their own businesses and make their own money. Why can't we do it?
Exactly, and that's one of the, if not the main reason I pursued entrepreneurship at a very young age. I knew I wanted to go through life at my own pace, and nobody was going to crack no whip at my back, and nobody was going to tell me when to take a lunch break. I wanted to be the sole. I wanted to be the person that steers the wheel. The freedom. It's the freedom. It's the freedom that we all
you definitely are, because like you rubbed your entrepreneurship off on me. Yeah. So now you got me working on something that I've been wanting to do, but I've been procrastinating. Yeah. I brought it up to you fucking one time, bro, and
let's do it.
Look what we're doing. So
let's do it.
So
and
it's a real thing.
That's one of the biggest things on a very deeper metaphoric level, is that entrepreneurship is empowering. The reason why a lot of people are not entrepreneurs or do not pursue entrepreneurship is because they lack the power and the faith behind themselves.
That's a fact.
They lack the confidence and they really don't understand what it's like to not. Entrepreneurship is scary, and a lot of people are very scared to make and take that leap of faith. And I understand it is scary relying on your own self to handle everything, but again, the payoff and the risk to reward is something most people will never get a taste of. And I want to provide people with that view, that perspective, that observation. I want people to understand that there's more life outside of working your entire life to build a foundation for somebody else. Instead, build that foundation for yourself.
For somebody else who doesn't care about you.
For somebody else that doesn't care about you and will gladly replace you in a day.
With quickness.
Without notice.
Without quickness. I've been that person.
Yes.
So yeah, the entrepreneurship, man, it's an amazing thing. My girlfriend, she's an entrepreneur. She has her own spa, Real and Raw Aesthetics. Comment below if you've been to Real and Raw Aesthetics.
Yes.
So yeah, I see her do her grind every day. The post, all of it, man. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it can drain you. I know it can.
And go ahead and shout your ladies' business out again. I'm gonna leave that information down below. So for those in the Corn Coast, you guys can show love, support, follow, subscribe, and direct business to another fellow entrepreneur in the community, and support that way.
Yeah. Follow her on Instagram at Real and Raw Aesthetics, and if you're a woman, go get aesthetic.
Yeah, go get. I don't know what they're using nowadays for their terms.
I don't know, but should definitely take care of you.
Yeah, go get taken care of. All right. Lastly, let's touch on. We talked about education, majority, but let's talk about education and safety, in particular, because we are going out to hit the range, and we are going to provide footage on all that for you guys, so you'll get a BTS behind the scenes footage and more knowledge about firearms in depth. So not only are we talking about a little bit of background about MARKEECE, but we are going to step out in his playing field, and he is going to educate us, and he is going to further advance our knowledge on firearms. So what do you think is the most important aspect of gun safety that new enthusiasts or people that would like to try out guns should know?
Firearm safety is a huge thing, man. Look up the statistics of how many people shoot themselves hunting on range trips and just going outside in their farm and shooting in their backyard. It's high, man. It's high. So firearm safety is a huge thing. Finger discipline is a huge thing. Learning to keep your finger off that trigger until you're ready to shoot. It's a huge thing. It's something you can work on at home. Flagging. Just imagine as if at the end of that barrel there's a laser beam, and anywhere that laser beam touches is going to chop your limb off or anything else. So learning to keep that muzzle down at all times and in a safe direction at all times is a major thing. I know sometimes you guys can see someone wanting to show their friend, sister, brother a new firearm, and you might not realize that this person's pointing a gun like right at your face. Loaded or unloaded, we don't want guns pointed at each other. We call that flagging. So yeah, learning just finger discipline and flagging, it's a major key in firearm training. It's like the number one in firearm training is learning how to keep that muzzle down and keep that finger off the trigger.
MARKEECE, what is the most rewarding thing about teaching and educating people about firearms?
When they learn more than what they did after me teaching them and showing them things about firearm safety, how to handle a gun the proper way, how to shoot a gun the proper way, stance, finger discipline, flagging. It's just all common sense, but if no one's ever taught you or showed you before, how would you know? So yeah, right. Dude, that's rewarding when I can hear someone in another conversation about how I showed them how to keep their muzzle down,
right?
Or I showed them about finger discipline or flagging, things like that. I mean, it's amazing. I have cousins and whatnot who I've taught firearm safety to, and just to hear them like, hey man, I had to show my homie show them how not to be flagging and all that stuff. Like it's just amazing. Like good. I like to hear things like that.
It's amazing
because it might save your life. So
right, most definitely, or somebody else's. MARKEECE, it was a pleasure to sit down with you. Before we go out to the range, is there any final messages that you would like to leave for our viewers before we go out and have some fun?
I would say, man, if you know anybody or if you're around a firearm, just remember what I said. Finger discipline. Keeping your finger off that trigger until you're ready to shoot. Muzzle. flashing. Keep the muzzle down at all times. Don't flag anybody. Don't point it at anybody. You're responsible for every round, dude. It doesn't matter if you didn't mean to or not. It's your fault.
And lastly, Markeze, tell our viewers where they can find and support you on social media or wherever in life.
You can follow me on Instagram at GUNZ and BUDDA on Instagram. If you're looking to get a new firearm, you're looking to get into firearms, come down to DE Guns on 134th and O Street. DEGuns.net on the net. Come on down, and I'll get you guys right.
Yeah, he'll get you guys right. Cool, Markeze.
I actually brought a gift for you as well.
Really? Because I have a gift for you as well.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Let's go ahead and give and let's trade some gifts out, man.
So back to like what I was saying about Glock. If you don't like Glock, there's just something wrong with you.
Oh man.
So I got my guy here at Glock 43X. Glocks are used by law enforcement all around the world, militaries all around the world. They just work. They're just shovels. They just do their job, and I like things that work. So this here is a Glock 43X. You see how I kept the muzzle down, clear, make sure it's clear.
It's beautiful.
I'll let you look at that there.
I appreciate this, man. I appreciate this.
Comes with two 15-round 9mm mags. Comes with the holster.
It's a very beautiful weapon, as you guys can see. Markeze, for your view there, can you hold that out towards them? Hold it out about right here.
So this here is your Glock 43X. It's a slim line Glock. It's good for concealed carry. It holds 15 rounds plus one. It's a 9mm. It don't get better than this, man. Like I said, Glocks are just shovels. They just work. They just do their job. You can't go wrong carrying a Glock, especially a 43X. You want something that can conceal, where no one can see you printing, no one can see you carrying. The whole thing about concealed carrying is what's the saying? Fuck around and find out, or something like that.
Yeah, fuck around and find out,
that's all about
turn it. I always hear is if I gotta show it, I gotta blow it.
If I gotta show it, I gotta blow it.
You should not be flexing and showing your gun unless you have to use it.
Exactly. No one should know you have a gun on you until it's time for you to use it.
That's correct.
So this is what this is for. He can carry this everywhere he goes. Won't nobody even see he has it on him until it's time. For
It's time.
This is a hell of a gun here, though.
It's a beautiful gun.
I kind of was like, man, I kind of want that.
I greatly appreciate you.
I carry a 43X myself.
Word. I bet. This is something I know the ladies use. Twins. We about to be out here twinning. Nah, sure. I appreciate that, Markeze. I really do appreciate that. As somebody that is not big on treating myself or getting gifts for myself, it's also hard being a person in my life. Is one of those, what do you give someone that has it all, essentially? Right. So I definitely really do appreciate that, as I don't get gifts somewhat often.
And this is a nice gift here, and the reasons why I did it, I didn't do it because I did it because all the hard work you put into everything we're working on.
Most definitely.
The time and the effort, bro.
Most definitely.
It probably costs more than the gun. So yeah, most definitely.
I appreciate that, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, the enlightenment and just the joy that I get out of seeing you prosper as another black man here, operating in a place that we operate in. You don't see a lot of us prospering, nor do the powers that be or the people in position would like to see us prosper. So,
and that kind of just goes back to my YouTube channel and my Instagram, GUNZ and BUDDA. Follow me on Instagram at GUNZ and BUDDA. Guns are the things that hold value.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean? This right here will always hold value to you, bro.
That's right.
You can always sell it for what it is. It's never going to lose value.
Cool. Well, cool. Being that you get into entrepreneurship, I know that you're about to get on the world of YouTube and being in front of the camera. You're definitely going to need some drip for that. So go ahead and open that up, man.
Oh man, he made me a shirt. So yeah, this is my logo, man. Check me out, y'all. Check me out.
So we are going to display the logo on the screen for you guys, GUNZ and BUDDA. And we'll save some of the talk about that business on another episode.
Damn, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I hope that fits. They didn't have.
See, I didn't know he had this for me, man. Like, for real. I didn't know he had this.
This is what I was doing when I was over there, bro. That's why I was like, man, I swear I told you 130, so I was pressing these shits out. I hope that fits, bro. If not, I will gladly make you another one. It's a large, but it's oversized, and I know this. I know they're 2X that you like wearing, but it's an oversized large, and I held it up against an XL 2X, and it was pretty much on par.
I'm about to put this on as I walk out.
Cool. And then I have another gift. being another T-shirt. So first and foremost, you are the very first guest.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you are the very first guest that I brought onto this podcast of mine, and it's important because you are one of the first people that is here and helping me grow something that I see beyond myself, something bigger than me, something bigger than you, but something that is going to contribute to the Corn Coast and help people that look exactly like us, and again, give them a ember of encouragement and empowerment to do something big in life. Stop thinking small. So I appreciate you being a part of Corn Coast Conversations as my first guest on episode 3. So here is the very first Corn Coast Conversation tee. Go ahead and open that up.
Man, shout out to bro, man.
I left a small detail on the back. That way, every shirt is a one of one.
That's dope.
Yeah, so go ahead and check out the small little detail on the back. So yeah, yeah.
That's dope.
I spelled the name correct.
Yeah, everything's correct,
cool,
bro.
Cool.
You did that.
Yeah, episode number 3.
Man, I'm really rocking with
you are the first person with that shirt, bro. I don't even have one for myself.
You snap.
I don't even have one for myself. So yeah, that means a lot. So when I see that on you, yeah, people are gonna be in tune. So yeah, bro. Yeah.
I definitely appreciate you having me on the show,
problem,
man. I really
appreciate the gift as well, man.
Amazing. This is amazing. I'm gonna put this on as soon as I leave, bro.
Yeah,
kid you not.
For sure. I can't wait. We're gonna step aside. I gotta take a picture.
Even seeing my logo here on a T-shirt, man, like this is an idea we came up with a few weeks ago, and now it's on a T-shirt.
Yes.
So if that ain't empowerment, then I don't know what is, man. For real.
Exactly. And I tell people all the time, one of the biggest superpowers that I've learned how to obtain is that it's very under acknowledged, the importance, but how gifted you have to be in order to take an idea that's in a dimension that's not in the physical realm that we exist in, and to materialize it and make something that you had that started as a seed in your mind. And when you bring it into the physical and you manifest it into this physical realm that we exist in, is definitely nothing short of an accomplishment. So anytime you can do that is definitely a monumental thing in order to do. So I know the importance of that, and I wanted to be a part of that and help you bring something that you had in mind and bring it into this physical realm, man. So
you see, I'm putting my shirt on right now.
Right now.
We might as well get to it right now.
Bruh. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I want to see it. I got to see it on, man. Oh, yeah, it looks like it fit all right. For sure. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, that's tough.
Oh, man. I got my own logo on the
tough,
shirt.
Man.
It don't get better than that, man.
Man, that's tough.
Follow me on Instagram at Guns and Butter, man.
Yeah, tell them one more time. Guns and Butter.
Guns and Butter. Follow me on Instagram at Guns and Butter. Guns are the things that hold value. Butter is the stuff that depreciates value. So we'll get deeper into that in another segment. But, yeah, man, big shout out, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's go have some fun.
Big shout out.
We going to take y'all with us out to the range. Let's go. God damn. Oh, I didn't see you guys there. This commercial is brought to you by Honest and Sweet, one of the most authentic at-home bakeries there is out there. They hyper-focus on your health through clean ingredients. In fact, these treats are organic, plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, paleo, vegan, and most importantly, refined sugar-free, so you can treat yourself without guilt and a sugar crash. As a plant-based eater like myself, I can finally indulge in pastries and treats that will not cost me my health, and you all deserve that luxury as well. So go visit honestandsweet.com and place your order today. Oh, one last thing. If you use the discount code CCConvo10, you get 10% off. That one's on me. Big plant-based. Now let's get back to the episode.
How you guys doing? I'm Marquise Brassel down here at DE GUNZ. DE GUNZ on the net, America's largest gun store. Here talking about firearm safety and firearm training. Very simple things that could save your friend's life and yours too. Come on down and we'll teach you guys a few things.
I'll load those up.
I can dig that. Yeah, I can dig that for sure.
My first baby, man. Cool, cool. Put this in the middle seat. So, actually, let me swap backpacks. All right, gotta put these last minute things in my bag and we good.
It's different to me though. You know, you used to this type of shit, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I appreciate you, bro. You gonna stop at the gas station, grab a water bottle before we head out there?
Grass was always in your lap. Now get rid of that and plant a garden that's gonna feed your ass. Got rid of the people that could only seem to give me half. But I know who I am and know this road will be a lonely path. Yeah, but I'ma press on. Escargot over the crescent. The essence is godly echelon. Where you in rooms and know that you the elephant. The art I'm bringing back, I feel a part of the renaissance. Who's stopping thee? If I'm sharing me, you hit the lottery. Doing shadow work so that reflection ain't a mockery. Ain't no contradiction when I'm spitting this hypotheses. Written testament on what I did, it's not a probably. It's mind-boggling to focus on the following. That you forget to lead and now the following ain't following. And now they follow them because new trends that they be offering. Not me, they watching cause I ain't moderate. Not we, you observe while I done got it in. I built conglomerates. Now I ain't focused on them dollars. You can find me somewhere crawling where the knowledge is.
Nah, but what I was gonna say is that listening to this shit and on your system and just hearing that shit, I don't know, just hearing it. I don't know, I don't listen, obviously I don't listen to my music all the time, like it's just.
I mean, you rapping what you...
Exactly, I'm rapping what I'm living, so I don't need to. But for the first time after listening to the slow motion, and just kind of looking out the window, for the first time, I kind of got the feeling from my music is like what I get from Nipsey shit.
Okay.
Like, I'm hearing what I rapped months, years ago, and seeing how that shit manifested, and is everything that I embody and doing right now. That shit hit different.
Oh,
like,
bro.
that was a external experience that I just had. Like it wasn't my shit. Like I was like listening to it and like I got that little spark of like damn, like yo, this like what I'm listening to is, you know, we riding like we about to go. You know, like, this shit's hard. Like when you listen to Nip, it's like
everything
like all right, bet I got to get my shit together.
It's good vibes. It's, you know, it's mellow. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I'm rocking with it.
Damn. Run that shit back, man. Run that shit back. I was telling Justice just yesterday, like, how I ain't got time to smell the roses. Like, when people be like, you gotta stop and smell the roses, I'm picking them and smelling them on the go, bro. Like, I'm smelling them on the go, because it's just like, you gotta always find a new batch of roses, bro. You sit at one spot of roses and smell them and enjoy them, and then you gonna realize that they withering away every second of the day. Nah, you gotta find it. Yeah, you gotta find a new bush, man. You gotta find another. Yeah. Yep. You don't know. Yeah, there's different variations of roses out there. Yeah, they smell. They smell. Yeah, gotta smell the shit, man. All the artists in the game, bro. All the top artists that I used to like look up to as if from a perspective of a place that I just won't reach. Nah, I'm there, bro. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there.
You doing so much major shit. You got other motherfuckers doing major shit.
Yeah.
That's just because motherfuckers sitting down and getting a haircut. Man. If it wasn't that, it wouldn't be this.
Exactly. Yup.
It's off the conversation.
Man. Corn Coast conversation.
That's crazy, bro. Like, change your lives, bro.
Run this one up.
I'm acclimated to the cold, and when it's cold, it's hard to flow. We gon' get this currency from under surfaces that's froze. Fridge a wall around my circle like a nigga kinda whoa. Don't get flatline, my nigga, I can take you off this globe. It's like a Truman Show, but I'ma let the cameras roll. Thought I'm sleeping till they lift the sheets and see I'm adios. I'm fine-tuning all the frequencies and linking all the codes. Fuck your program. Hacked into the
That movie about the dude who was recording his life or some shit. Like,
bro, let me break this down to you. Let me break the bars down to you. I was like, hella lows. Nowadays a nigga skiing down them slopes. I'm acclimated to the cold, and when it's cold, it's hard to flow. We gon' get this currency from under surfaces that's froze. Frigid walls around my circle like a nigga kinda woke. So when I say I'm acclimated to the cold, and when it's cold, it's hard to flow. Meaning when it's cold, the water gonna freeze. It's hard for the water to flow. But we gonna get this current of water from under surfaces that's froze.
frigid walls around my circle like a nigga kind of woke, right? Because remember in the Truman Show, remember when he sailed it to the sea, or even the flat, even the flat Earth theory that we're surrounded by a circle of wall, right? Frigid walls around my circle like a nigga kind of woke. So I keep a ice, like you can't
How you put that shit together?
Now look,
bro?
don't get flatlined, my nigga. I play on that flat Earth. Don't get flatlined, my nigga. I could take you off this globe. This Life of Truman Show, but I'ma let the cameras roll. Thought I'm sleeping till they lift the sheet and see I'm adios. I'm fine tuning all the frequencies and linking all the codes. Cause in the movie, when he kind of caught on to the game, they realized he was being recorded, and he tried to see if he wasn't crazy. Remember, he went to bed and he put that sheet over himself like he was asleep, and they thought when they're watching him as a reality show, and they thought he was asleep. And when they came, they lift the sheet up and he was gone. And then them niggas was like, oh shit, he know that all this shit is a fucking game, a show. So yeah, thought I'm sleeping until I lift the sheet and see I'm audio, bro. That's what I said. Like,
and just doing that shit.
Yeah, bro. I knew I wanted to come up with a rhyme scheme around the Truman Show. So I'm like, what was like one of the like hottest moments in the Truman Show that I was like the aha moment.
Flatline.
My nigga, I can take you off this globe. Yeah.
That's going over people's heads, bro.
Way over. That's
major, bro.
It's I don't think people really realize to the degree that like how intellectually gifted I am with like the pen, bro. This ain't even to my own horn, because I wanted to have an episode where I break down my own shit, because I'm tired of waiting for like,
that's why
I've been tired of waiting for me to get on Genius and like Rap Genius and shit for them to break like I don't see no harm in like doing it yourself. Like it's like if these niggas are not gonna give me the platform in the most like unegotistical way and like in the humble, like why don't I just pub up myself? Why am I gonna wait on them to wait on this magic moment when I can literally do it myself, bro, and be the media behind myself?
What you are doing.
Exactly, bro.
Sir.
I'm getting used to this. This is new to me.
Nah, you good, bro. Do your thing.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah, how are you, mate?
They can't see me fumble, fire hunger when my stomach rumble. Everything I did and I'm still this humble. No, they wanna see me dead by the curb. You know them 5-0 go for headshots. Better pray that it's a headshot. I don't wanna have to get a piggy clap. I don't want my kids see they daddy pass. I don't want my girl dreaming of the past, cause I'm living there now. Where she at? Just the thought of that'll make a nigga snap, yo. Just the thought of that'll make a nigga snap,
So who are the Nebraskans coming like how you coming? Without the profanity, without the popping pills, without the violence, just the pure vibe, chill music, bro. Who's doing that?
As far as the rap shit go, man, 2 artists come to mind that are currently in Nebraska that are heavily vouching for Nebraska and curating and pioneering the sound for Nebraska. I gotta throw my guy Flannel Lewis up there. I gotta throw my guy Sleep Sinatra up there. Though he don't live here anymore, Monty Alcanaz, he down in Arizona now, spreading the movement. But to answer your question, very few, man. Very few are out here pioneering what it looks like and what it sounds like to be an artist from the Corn Coast, bro.
That's amazing, bro. To be able to listen to music and not hear all these cuss words and violence and all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. You want to tell us where we at?
We at DEGUNZ.net, at DEGUNZ on the net. America's largest firearm store. Wait till you guys get a view of the inside.
Say that again. America's what?
America's largest gun store.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah, wait till you guys get a view in the inside. You'll see why we say that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna get mic'd up.
Behind the scenes setup.
Yeah. Mic check.
Shit, Primavera. Only for the ones with exquisite taste. Yeah. Watch that bottle, man. Ain't no beef on my side. Big grease in the bath. Thought I had a 2-stack from 5 guys. Big order of the French fries. Talk slick, get clap high. high five. Only up it at them guys. We don't up it at our kind. No, they want me in the archives. Black shades, so I see the dark times. Never did a job part-time, made ways. I ain't have a short line, but you niggas know I can.
A little bit about that.
So these electronic headsets right here, it's like a microphone in your ear. So when we're still shooting, you'll still be able to hear me and the gravel under your feet. Instead of just something muffled in your ear, you can't really hear nothing. So this is the way to go. It ain't the best brand, but it definitely works.
You whip this up right here? Chef's kiss, this is magnificent.
I'ma wash you from the sunscreen, burn skin to them folks screen when you
Burn down your local Democrat. Get attached to the bottom of the AR.
That's wild.
Patches for your vest, for your plate carriers and all that. Medical patches and all that good stuff. Got your M240 right here, semi-automatic, shoot 7.16. We have a fully automatic one that you guys can rent out. If you guys ever want to come out and shoot the fully automatic weapons, this is one of them. You can shoot the suppressed or unsuppressed, it's your choice. Do what you want to do.
See that price on them.
So these are a little 9mm little carbines here.
Okay. Nice ticket on those.
Nice little backpack gun. Throw them inside your bag. Some shoot 45, some shoot 9, some shoot 10mm. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that.
A long day. My bro know me well enough that he can steal my identity. Hope my girl know that with my love it's infinity. Don't wanna be a memory. Fuck misery. My kids at the base like it's little league. I gotta do it with
artillery.
Ball crack,
Is it out?
burning tall mag, verses full of urgent, grown man rap. My nigga, this is all caps. Fucking up a game near you. So ashamed that y'all aim to please that hue. Tell me what for, I'm here to cause a uproar. You ain't never upscore, you ain't in a drug war. My nigga, those are herpes. Something like a lip sore. She know I'm hard driven, so she tryna get the import. A virus to their system, they don't know what to do with this drift. Had to drip in the plan for what I do if I slip. Had to hustle way before I ever knew about nip. Stack C notes and flag them like the rag of a crib. This a marathon. I get my shot by any means. Sean Marion to clarify, no vaccines. You can't shadow ban a nigga that don't live in the shade. I pay dues to show sheep to live like thee. I broke paradigms. Even if I'm down, I still spare a dime. Experiment with shit like it's Solarion. That's why I got baggage like a carry-on. That's why I'm over heads like raw bread that's tossed from Italians. All wise triple every time when you invested in me. Now for the feature, you invested in
This one still got a mag in it, so we're gonna drop the mag. Lock that bolt back, you can see that it's empty. Do the same thing to this one. Lock that bolt back, it's empty. Bolt back, it's empty. These are all the slides are back here. That means they all empty. Ain't no bullet in the head. I can see that they're clear. How can they see that? You can see that they're clear?
They're clear.
Well, we ready to shoot.
Cool.
We got your Glock 19X out here. We got your Remington 45 1911. We got your Ruger 380.
Yep.
We got a Remington 700, 308 bolt action. We got a CZ Scorpion. This is a 9mm with the Hollow Sun green dot and a Cash 9K 9mm suppressor. We got your, I forgot the brand of this one. Anderson Manufacturing 5.56 AR-15 with a 16-inch barrel with the Romeo 5 red dot. We got your Radian Model 1 with the EOTech and the RC3 Surefire suppressor. We got your Daniel Defense with the Rugged Razor 5.56 suppressor. And we got your Mossberg 12-gauge shotgun here with an adjustable stock. And when I say adjustable, I mean you can hit this lever here and it goes to your liking. Like you see on the stocks here. This one's considered a pistol brace. Anything with a barrel shorter than 16 inches, such as you see on this rifle here. This is a 14.5. This is a 16-inch rifle. Anything shorter than with a 16-inch barrel is considered a pistol. So then it has a pistol brace on it. If you want to be able to put like a real stock on it, what makes it a pistol brace is this latch here. You can tie it again. You can tie it in your arm right here. It's for people who are weak-wristed or just aren't that strong to be able to hold a rifle. They make pistol braces for them. It will hurt your thumbs. Your fingers will get tired. It's part of life.
That ties into the kick, push, coast. A lot of people want to shoot the gun in life.
But they don't want to reload the gun in life.
They don't want to reload, get their hands dirty.
That's a fact.
It's strenuous on your thumbs, strenuous on your fingers. A lot of the hard work is gonna be strenuous, but the shooting looks nice, don't it?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Hmm.
Way to put it in perspective for those guys in the back.
Yeah.
This here is a CZ Scorpion made by the company CZ. It does have a folding stock made by SB Tactical. You can click a button here on the side. Stock folds. You can throw it inside of a bag, such as something down there, traveling with family. Stock does fold back. And a 35 round Magpul mag. We're gonna take the firearm off safety when ready to shoot. Finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Lean into it. When you're standing like this and shooting, it's gonna push you back. When you're standing in the proper stance, as if you're gonna punch somebody, you got that stance where you can't move, as this. You can see there. You can see as in my stance here, how I'm leaning forward, as if you're getting ready to punch somebody. You want to be able to take, you want your body to be able to take all that recoil. You can't take recoil when you're shooting like this. You can see how I'm walking back, how the recoil pushes me back. Now when I'm standing like this, I'm able to take all that recoil without moving my body or anything like that. So that's here the CZ Scorpion with a Hollow Sun green dot and a Cash 9K suppressor. Make your shots kind of quiet. See how always on and off safety every time. Just a safety thing. Finger still off trigger. It's called finger discipline. Discipline your finger to not be on the trigger until ready to shoot.
Cool.
You're gonna have it face that way though.
Got you.
Yeah. So you're downrange or anything side to side.
Got you. Say that out loud. So,
we don't want to flag anything or anybody, so we're gonna always have the muzzle facing downrange.
So that was a poor example, poor execution of me waving this firearm just like that. That's what we don't want to do because
flagging. You don't want to point a gun at someone that you don't intend shooting, loaded or unloaded.
So we always want to keep the barrel of the gun facing
downrange or in a safe direction.
Cool. So again, that's what you don't do. All right. So let's load up the CZ.
So white is safety, red is fire.
Okay, so we want to disengage the magazine or clip?
Magazine.
Magazine. What's the difference between a magazine and a clip?
Clip is a hood terminology. The proper terminology is magazine.
Cool. All right. So we're going to disengage the magazine.
Yes, sir. So you drop the mag with your magazine release. Boom. Mag is out.
Nothing in there.
Nothing in the chamber.
Okay. Now show me where does this one has a charging handle, correct?
It does.
It does. Okay.
So you flip it on this side here. This is your charging handle.
Cool. Okay. So we're going to pop it in.
Smack that bad boy in there.
Cool. So
smack that bad boy down. It's like a poor man's HK.
Cool.
That's your hand stop. So you want your hand to be behind this here.
Behind the hand stop.
C-clamp it. Get your thumb around like that.
Cool. All right.
And that's the pressure's going to get hot, so you wouldn't want to touch there.
Got you.
Finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Yep. Disengage safety on and off when shooting and when not shooting.
Now tell me where.
Shoulder placement. That looks good. Step into it as if you're going to punch somebody.
All right. Then we're going to take
stance looks good. Last row, that's 100 yards.
The back row?
That back row. Hit. Hit.
One more time.
To the left a little bit. Hit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. We got a couple left in the clip. That's it. Shout out to MARKEECE, man. I wouldn't look like the star I am today if it wasn't for him. I came here. The stance was lousy. A lot of my knowledge wasn't on point. My etiquette wasn't on point. But he fixed that up. So yeah. Now we running like a fine-tuned oil machine. Let's get it.
That's a fact.
We're good.
So when everyone buys a suppressor, they think it's movie quiet. They think it's just really silent, but what a suppressor really does, it just suppresses the noise, and it works as a amazing flash hider depending on the suppressor you get. As you can see here, I can demonstrate you guys. You have a rifle here, 14.5 Daniel Defense. See the muzzle's pointed downrange. Finger off the trigger. Engage the safety when you're ready to shoot. This one don't have an optic, just flip up sights. As you can hear the difference, you can hear the bang in that. As we run a suppressed rifle, the same mechanism though. Downrange, finger off the trigger, engage that safety when you're ready to shoot. That was terrible. Want to run it back?
Nah. Cool, we got a couple in there.
My solace in the silence. Funny how I'm seeing more when looking at my eyelids, and it started as a vision. Now I'm doing enterprise. So excited, I know this light can be blinding. I did the rougher route.
All right, Keith. We got a shotgun here. You are going to tell us a little bit about the importance of shotguns, the environments you typically going to have to use a shotgun, and also let's talk about a scenario and the legality of the laws here in the Corn Coast. If somebody enters your home, are you allowed to use a weapon as a form of defense for yourself? And which one are you going to reach for first?
All right, man. Honestly, to be quite frank, your 5.56, your 9 mils, they go through walls, they go through drywalls. You don't want to kill a neighbor, you don't want to kill your kid. You're responsible for every shot that you take. So honestly, if I had a shotgun close, I'd probably rock out with the shotgun. Therefore, I don't have to worry about killing my neighbors or my kids or my dogs or anyone else in the room. Any shot that you miss, that 5.56 will go through your wall, through the neighbor's wall. You have an AK, that's going to go through 3 houses. You have a 308, such as this bolt action here, that might go through like 7 houses. So you right want to go through. You want to go with the shotgun 12 gauge. Depending on the laws in your state, it depends if you have stand your ground or not. You could possibly end up in jail for protecting your home, but that's why we're fighting for our rights. That's why we're fighting for the Second Amendment here in Nebraska to pass stand your ground laws. Now, someone's breaking in your home, a 12 gauge would be the perfect firearm to go with. You just load it up. Usually when they hear that there, they might just already run because they kind of know what it is already. And yeah. You can blow limbs off with this thing without worrying about killing your kids or your neighbors. So this would be a good gun to go with. would hurt a little bit, but guarantee he will be dead. You'll still be alive, and your kids will be too.
All right, Marquise, let's go into discussing the different type of firearms that people carry on a day-to-day basis. Which ones you are more familiar with, or which one you think are the best options to carry for your day-to-day concealment or unconcealed, and tell us why. Tell us your personal favorite. Tell us the benefits of each and the cons or the pros to each. So go ahead and break that down for us.
So we live here in the good old Corn Coast. So open carry is legal here in Nebraska. So therefore you can openly carry any gun that you want. And with constitutional carry law passing January 1st of this year, you can conceal carry any firearm without a concealed carry permit. All right, let's get into it.
All right, this is my second handgun. This is actually the first handgun that I purchased myself. This is a Remington 1911. I'm not going to lie, I bought this strictly off of looks. I love the little thread that it had. I had really little to no knowledge, as this was my first gun and first handgun. Again, I loved how it looked. And yeah, so tell us a little bit about this gun, Marquise. Tell us the pros and cons again of this handgun right here, in contrast to the Ruger 380. Again, size reference, so you guys can see it is quite larger than the phone. And there's a size reference of the two handguns there. Top view. So, Marquise, go ahead and take it away. Tell us pros and cons.
The pros of a 1911. There's many pros to a 1911. It's an all-steel gun. It's a heavy gun. It's a 45 ACP. That weight keeps the recoil down when shooting. Recoil is when you shoot the gun, how it goes up. With the weight of this gun, it's easy to keep that recoil down when shooting. The cons to a 1911 is we have striker fire Glocks out nowadays that hold 17 rounds versus you get 7 rounds in the 1911 or 45 ACP. In today's time, you would want more capacity, but this has the knockdown power. As you can hear, most people who carry a 1911 45, they will say they only have to shoot once, because I promise you, if you get hit with a 45 ACP, you won't be getting back up. Remington 1911 semi-automatic pistol. It's an 8-round, 7 to 8 round mag. It's a 45 ACP. It comes with 2 safeties, 1 manual. You have to push this down. I forget the name of it. You have to push this down and a trigger at the same time in order for the firearm to shoot. Make ready. You disengage that safety, it will not shoot. If I'm not pushing on that hammer, this here, it will not shoot. If I do both at the same time with the safety off, it will. So the reason why I want to go with the compact gun for concealed carry, reasons why I can show you better than I can tell you. It's gone. Can't see it. The difference between a striker fire and a hammered fire pistol is you have a firing pin here. When you pull this trigger, it hits that pin, which hits the primer on the bullet, which sends the bullet out. Striker fire, the firing pin's inside of here. It's a striker fire pistol. When you pull the trigger, it does the same thing. It just does not have a hammer. Same thing with this. This is a striker fired pistol as well. Does the same thing.
All right, Marquise, tell us about this handgun, why you like it, the pros and cons.
It's a 380 made by Ruger. The model is an LCP. This is the perfect gun to have on you when you're doing pretty much anything and everything. It's chambered in 380, so this will kill. Don't underestimate. Perfect for concealed carry, perfect for doing anything and everything. It's small, it's compact, it's slim. It fits anywhere on the person, male or female. This will be the go-to gun. If you're a business, you cut hair, you do hair, you're out cutting the grass, this is the perfect gun to go with. Like I said, it's a 380. It has just enough power to get somebody off you and kill. Does not print at all unless you just don't know what you're doing.
And for size references, ladies and gentlemen, this is the size of the 380. So this 380 is my handgun. This is my personal gun. This is the handgun I keep on me virtually everywhere I go, for the same reasons that Marquise stated. The size of it is very concealable. As you can see, the width is no wider than my phone itself. The height
is shorter than the phone. So this is the reason why I keep this handgun on me virtually at all times.
You only see this LCP is when it's pointed at your face, and that'd be a very bad day. As you can see, he has critical hornady duty ammo in here. Hollow points, they prevent clogging, so you will definitely bleed out.
If I show it, then I gotta blow it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. This is a show it, gotta blow it gun.
Yes.
That's what that is. It's the best way to put it. Difference between one eye open and two eyes, it goes down to training. It feels weird when you're just shooting. A lot of movies, a lot of things you see, people are kind of like pirate shooting and whatnot. It just all goes down to training. When you got that both eyes open, you can kind of see everything around you.
All right, lastly, out of the handguns, what are we working with on this one?
So this here is your Glock 19X. This gun was tried in the military trials. It lost to SIG. That's why it's the Coyote Brown. You just can't go wrong with the Glock. I say they're shovels. They just do anything and everything. I have a Trijicon RMR red dot with the Surefire light.
Anderson manufacturer, 5.56. This is my bad boy, the first AR I purchased earlier in the year. Let's see how she go. Damn, that was it?
That was it.
Damn. Yeah, that charging handle is crazy.
Go off on the I think what's that, 70 or some shit?
Huh?
That square plate behind it, hit that one.
Cool.
Woo!
Come on now. I like mine. I like mine a lot.
Bro. That thing run.
I like mine a lot.
I did a mag up on it.
I like mine a lot. I like
it
that.
It runs. It works just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that gun.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Too. You can spray on it when we're done.
Cool.
Make ready. Put that dot right in the middle of that steel plate and just squeeze slow, low, slow, 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 slow. You got it. Shit. Slow and steady. Here we go. See, on a sniper, you can close that one eye though.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, when just shooting this, you can have your shoulder. You see how I got it in my shoulder? Mm-hmm. On my cheek is.
Yep.
I'll let you go for it. So this here is a Remington 700 with old Leopold scope. If you know about your bolt actions, man, they don't get better than a model 700 Remington. It's a 308. It can shoot out to what, 1,300 yards or further. With your bolt action guns, your sniper rifles, you want your precision shots, your long precision shots, hunting, etc. Bang it. As you can see, we got it set up on a bipod.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
You heard it. Y'all heard it.
Woo!
Damn.
Yeah, my ejectors.
I'm going for the middle row.
That little one?
Yeah.
Knock them off. You got it, bro. Don't miss. You only got one shot. Don't fucking miss. Or we dead, Hakeem. Got it.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, man. That's assassination level.
That's an assassination kill right there, bro. That's like all head.
We got him gone.
Facts.
We got him gone. That felt good. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Well, that concludes episode 3. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. It was very fun offering a vlog style point of view for you all today. If you guys got any education, if you guys learned anything, if you guys got enlightenment from this episode, I simply ask that you return the favor. Please like, comment, subscribe to Corn Coast Conversations, and reciprocate that love back towards this way. That way this channel can grow and I can continue to elevate and grow this channel so I can provide more fruitful conversations that you all can learn from. To finish off every episode, I wanted to include a special segment, something that I started on my social media last summer. They are called Diamonds of the Day. So the Diamond of the Day is essentially some sort of quote that I picked up through books, Audible, anything of that nature, just picked up from life that I like to share with you guys. That way I can provide some thought-provoking introspection in your mind. So today's Diamond of the Day: pray for what you can't do. Do not pray for what you can do. When you pray for things that are in your power, it is a mockery to the universal law. It is a mockery to God or whatever you believe in. How I interpret this quote, this Diamond of the Day, is simply like this. When you pray for things that go unanswered, it's not by coincidence. You have to change the things that you can change. We have willpower for a reason. Human beings were gifted with the power of will, meaning we have the power to change our reality and sculpt things by design. We are the architects to our lives. And when you sit and pray for things like opportunities or things of that nature, and you don't even take the step, take the initiative, or set yourself up to put you in places that'll expose you to those opportunities, again, your prayers are forever going to go unanswered because you're simply praying for something without putting in the work. You got to put in the work. And then that prayer is going to be the cherry on top. That prayer is going to give that manifestation just a little bit of oomph in order for that to materialize in this dimension, in this reality. So again, pray for things that you can't do. Do not pray for things that you can do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to wrap up episode number 3 on Corn Coast Conversations. It was a pleasure to have MARKEECE on the show today. Please make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow. I'll leave a detailed description below on how to get into contact with myself and how to connect with MARKEECE. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This was Corn Coast Conversations. I am your host, HAKIM, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.